Welcome to the 24th Annual Toronto Ukrainian Festival, and this year, Yuri, things are looking a little bit different. We have our masks on.
Yes, Marta, thank you very much. This year definitely is different. And first of all, I want to thank you very much for volunteering to host a virtual aspect of our festival. We had everything ready to go for Bloor Street. And then COVID made us move on because we couldn't really do the distancing thing here on Bloor Street. So then we moved on to Ontario Place, where we had a beautiful combination, a virtual combination of live and virtual performances to present, as well as a first ever Ukrainian drive-in, where we were planning and had everything set up to see Mr. Jones and Target Number One, both Ukrainian themed movies. And then all of a sudden we've had to fully switch over to the virtual.
So we've had to change course again. But that's how things are happening with this new age of COVID. Everything's sort of up in the air and changing.
Yes, and one thing that hasn't really changed is support that we've had from our community, from people like you that are willing to move on with things. We also had very nice support for both levels of government, both federal and provincial, in terms of granting for us to support us. Our sponsors, especially we see Ukrainian Credit Union behind us and the Temerte Family Foundation. And we're also very grateful to all the various volunteers, performers that have actually worked to put the virtual show together for us today.
I'm very excited. I know the program because I had to voice it, but there's some pretty cool and unique, interesting performances.
Yes, we have we're very grateful for all of that, and most importantly, we have this year. As you know, we honor one particular Ukrainian person, a Canadian, a Ukrainian background, as a parade marshal. This year, because of COVID, we would like to honor all the workers that are working on the front lines in our seniors' homes across Canada. And the receivers of this award that are participated in the virtual aspect are the Ukrainian ones here in Toronto, but they are receiving the award and we're receiving the recognition and thank you from all of us on behalf of all Ukrainian homes across Canada.
Well, again, they're very important, and of course the frontline workers. So I guess enjoy what we've put together for you, and yeah, we'll see you soon.
Дорогі друзі, dear friends, on behalf of the Ukrainian Canadian Congress and our member organizations, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the 2020 Toronto Ukrainian Festival. Вітаємо! For 24 years, the festival has brought Ukrainian culture to Canada's largest city. We have had the opportunity to share our wonderful traditions with the hundreds of thousands of people who attend each year. This year, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the festival's program has had to be modified. But thanks to the creativity, imagination, and inventiveness of the festival's many organizers and volunteers, we can still enjoy this year's celebrations. Хочу скористатися нагодою подякувати тим, яких ми сьогодні відзначаємо, нашим медикам, медсестрам, вчителям та всім тим, які надають первинну допомогу членам нашої громади та всім канадцям. Дякуємо вам. A heartfelt thank you to the frontline workers who are being honored today. It is appropriate today to pay tribute to a great Canadian, the Right Honourable John Turner, Prime Minister of Canada, who passed away recently. Mr. Turner led Canada's election observation mission to Ukraine in 2004 during the Orange Revolution. He remained a steadfast friend of Ukraine and the Ukrainian people. In 2005, Mr. Turner served as the parade marshal of this festival. I would also like to thank Yuri Klufas for his vision and unflagging energy, as well as the hundreds of volunteers who have worked over the years to bring us this unique celebration of Ukrainians in Canada. Please enjoy the 2020 Toronto Ukrainian Festival. We hope to see you in person in the Bloor West Village when we are able to gather safely. Slava Kanadi, Slava Україні!
Шановні пані і панове, діти, молодь, студенти, спостерігачі, та гості із всіх частин Канади, США та з України. Вітаємо вас на 9-му в черзі українському фестивалі в Торонто. Вітаємо вас всіх!
It is with great sadness and respect that we recognize Prime Minister John Turner and his time spent with us on our festival stage as the leader of the Canadian Election Observer Mission in Ukraine and our festival parade marshal in 2005.
The Honorable John Turner.
2 days ago in Winnipeg, I had the honor of presenting the final report of our delegation to Ukraine to our Prime Minister Paul Martin in Winnipeg, at the offices, and would our president raise her hand again, at the offices of the Ukrainian Canadian Congress in Winnipeg to our new president. And so it was a very historic occasion for Canada and for Manitoba and for Ukraine. Canada had by far the largest delegation in Kiev and across Ukraine of any country in the world. 1,000 out of 8,300. When I got my final report from our delegates, came back from all over Ukraine, we reported to the Prime Minister and to the Ukrainian people that we thought it was a 95% winner, few technical problems here and there, but basically a tremendous adventure and expression of democracy. It was the greatest demonstration of democracy in the history of the world.
Each year, festival officials select a prominent Canadian of Ukrainian origin, whom we then designate as our festival parade marshal for the year. So in this unique 2020 year, in our 24th year of the festival, we are very pleased to designate our tireless frontline workers in Toronto and across Canada as our honorary parade marshals for the consistent and dedicated help they have selflessly provided to our Ukrainian seniors.
Вітаємо! 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 Ми всі вітаємо учасників 24-го українського віртуального фестивалю і дякуємо за велику честь, яку нам надали в відкритті цього фестивалю.
Вітаємо в імені Дому сеньорів Святих Петра і Павла в Скарборо. Віртуально вітаємо 24-ту річницю фестивалю Bloor West Village Festival. Вітаємо вас і також дякуємо нашим працівникам, які затримали охорону наших сеньорів.
Вітаємо всіх на 24-й річниці відкриття українського фестивалю на Блурі. Дякую вам, що дали нам нагоду відкрити цей фестиваль.
І тепер вирішальний момент. Раз, два, три. Тепер вирішальний момент. Раз, два, три.
24-й український фестиваль Bloor West Village оголошуємо відкритим.
Ukrainian Credit Union Limited is there for many big life moments. When you opened your first account, when you completed your matura, when you bought your first home. With hundreds of thousands of dollars in donations invested into cultural, educational, religious, and other local programs annually, Ukrainian Credit Union is truly building our community. With modern banking services just like the banks, you can feel proud when you bank with UCU.
Mad Heads are a legend of Ukrainian rock music. Founded by its leader Vadim Krasnouki 25 years ago, the band has come through many musical transformations and touring adventures, released 8 studio albums and 27 music videos, got into soundtracks of many movies and TV series, performed over 1,000 shows in 12 countries around the world. Recently, Vadim Krasnouki came to Canada to take care of some new music projects, which then resulted in the formation of a Canadian version of Mad Heads XL. Mad Heads CA continues with the original frontman, professional musicians, the best hit songs of the band, and the same positive attitude and creative live rock and roll. Enjoy their pandemic video recently recorded in Toronto.
Ухань закрили і до Риму не пускають. Нью-Йорк закрили і Торонто закривають. Закрили рот і ніс, лишили тільки очі. Корона є для всіх, ніхто її не хоче. Що нам робити? Руки мити, лиця не чіпати, серця відкрити. Настрій підняти, близьких пильнувати і всьому світу здоров'я бажати. Що нам робити? Серця відкрити, ти і я. Що нам робити? Серця відкрити, ти і я. Загальмували водночас життів мільйони. Є час подумати, куди ми гнали коней. Зробити щось важливе, давно забуте. І тим, хто поруч в очі, уважно зазирнути. Що нам робити? Руки мити, лиця не чіпати, серця відкрити. Настрій підняти, близьких пильнувати і всьому світу здоров'я бажати. Що нам робити? Серця відкрити, ти і я. Що нам робити? Серця відкрити, ти і я. Що нам робити? Руки мити, лиця не чіпати, серця відкрити. Настрій підняти, близьких пильнувати і всьому світу здоров'я бажати. Що нам робити? Серця відкрити, ти і я. Що нам робити? Серця відкрити, ти і я.
Olga Zaitsa is a PhD student in ethnomusicology in the Department of Music at the University of Alberta. Her research focuses on Ukrainian Canadian music. In the year 2011 in Germany, she created the music band Zaitsa, with which she rearranges and performs old Ukrainian folk songs. In 2012, they produced their first EP for an appearance at the festival associated with the opening ceremonies of the Olympic Games in London. In 2018, the band introduced this new program combining research with performance. They wrote arrangements and included the original a cappella recorded songs sung by early Ukrainian immigrants in Canada. Please enjoy Zaitsa's recently recorded quarantine video.
Brother ist in Quarantäne, sister ist in Quarantäne, ich bin in Quarantäne, du bist in Quarantäne, this is a Quarantäne party. Quarantino, this is a Quarantäne party. You get some disinfection, you can move closer, baby, party.
Those Idiots from Buffalo, New York started as a rock and roll band playing original music and covers in 1998. After 2001, after being booked to play at Buffalo's Dingus Day celebrations, they morphed into playing polka music. Those Idiots perform annually to thousands at the Buffalo Central Terminal. These men, led by lead vocalist Miron Deputat, play high-energy, fun music that relates to a younger crowd. Please enjoy their Quarantine Polka.
I'm stuck here all day, sitting on the couch. Oh no, one less beer, but I can't go. Oh, my wife just cried. Kids screaming, who'd blame her? One beer, one last beer, my beer, one last beer. Now I must say more than ever. COVID-19. Hoorah, 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 yeah. And we can drink just like our fathers. COVID-19. Oh, I'm in quarantine at this moment. I'll drink anything. The kids are a mess. My wife's in distress. I'm so thirsty. Oh, COVID-19. When I get out of here, gonna get so drunk in all those places. Polka with those smiling faces. Stolat, Stolat, forever. We are all so young and clever. Remember. Hoorah, 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 yeah. I will hum this tune forever. COVID-19. Oh, I need a vaccine. Oh, come on now. I'll drink anything. Just one more beer and I'll be in the clear. I'm so thirsty. Ah, COVID-19. Please. COVID-19 to Lurai. COVID-19 to Lurai. Sitting at home, drinking alone. COVID-19. I said one beer. Just give me one beer. Now I must say more than ever. Things here gotta change. Hoorah, 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 COVID-19. Oh, I'm in quarantine at this moment. I'll drink anything. The kids are a mess. My wife's in distress. I'm so thirsty. Oh, COVID-19. COVID-19. Oh, I need a vaccine. Oh, come on now. I'll drink anything. Just one more beer and I'll be in the clear. I'm so thirsty. Oh, COVID-19.
Based out of the Ukrainian National Federation, Toronto's Kalyna Performing Arts Company is comprised of talented, semi-professional Ukrainian dancers with a passion for performing. Honoring the group's rich history and deeply seated roots in the Ukrainian Canadian community, the recently revitalized Kalyna is currently under the direction of Stefan Kuziu and is experiencing an unprecedented level of artistic excellence. Stefan's lifelong passion and enthusiasm for Ukrainian dance is displayed through his constant and extensive research, resulting in unique, dynamic, and high-caliber Virsky-inspired choreography. Please enjoy Kalyna's Bukovinian Quarantine Dance.
Вітайте! Ансамбль Kalyna з танцем Буковинський візерунок.
Stefan Kuziu, director of Kalyna Performing Arts Company in Toronto, will now teach you how to perform basic Ukrainian male dance steps.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Bloor West Village Toronto Ukrainian Festival, a virtual Teach Me to Dance segment. My name is Stefan Kuziu. I'm the director of the Kalyna Performing Arts Company in Toronto under the Ukrainian National Federation, and I will be teaching male dancers or males who would like to learn Ukrainian dancing some fundamental Cossack-style Ukrainian dance steps. Okay, so we're gonna start off right away with Tinok. Okay, it's a basic step, and you're basically jumping over a small fence. Tin is a fence, so you're jumping over a fence. So you jump, you jump, you jump. Okay, so you're jumping over, but you're not just jumping over. I want you to jump, step, step. So you're gonna jump, step, step, jump, step, step, jump, step, step, jump, step, step. Okay, in proper dance or balletic terms, it's called a pas de basque. Okay, so when we're a little bit more advanced, we will dance pas de basque like so. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. So you're still jumping over this tinok. Okay, number one. Second, prisidke. You've seen these everywhere. So prisidate means to squat, to crouch down. So we're squatting. We're squatting, and then we're kicking. We go down, and we kick. We go down, and kick, and down, and kick. The proper way to do it is to have a little bit of a hop when you're actually kicking your leg out. So you're not just crouching and lifting your leg up. You're hopping into the prisidka. So you're going down and hop, down, hop, down, hop, down, hop. Okay? So we're going to put those two together to music, like so.
Какашо выбирайте, видимо, чокеха. Не пареся, бо музики грає там. Еха, от Васильку виступає, еха. Де Марусю вибирає, гопака, гопака. На подвірці танцюють.
I forgot to mention the little pritup. So you're going to be doing 3 pritsitke. Down, kick, down, kick, down, kick. And then to finish it off, you'll stay standing and just stomp, stomp. Okay, so that's the first section. Let me catch my breath a little bit. Second, third step we're learning is called a roztяжка. Roztяжка is to stretch. So we're also going to go down into prisidka, into full plie, and we're going to jump not up in the air, but we're going to jump into second position, like so. Okay, you can do it on your heels if you'd like. We're going to go down, we're going to hop back down into first position, into a grand plie. We're going to open. Okay, this one's pretty easy. So the first two were pretty quick. This is easy. So we're going to go down, open, down, open, down, open. Okay, very easy. I'll let you guys try to do it. And you go down, and you open your arms and your legs, and you go down, and you open your arms and your legs, and you go down, and you open your arms and legs, and you go down, and now stay down, because we're going to start our next step. The next step is pozunke. Pozunke, it's also squatting and kicking. So we're going to go down, and we're going to put our arms down and kick one leg out. It's usually the right leg that kicks out when we start. And then we're going to start kicking. Kick, 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 kick. If you're having trouble doing that, it's because you need to not sit like this. You have to have your heels right under your bum. You kick, and you're going to hop. Hop. That's how you practice. Hop. And you're going to continue kicking, kick, 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 kick. All right? We're going to put those 2 steps together as well. Let's do that quickly.
Какашо вибирайте, видимо, чокеха. Не пареся, бо музики грає там. Еха, от Васильку виступає, еха. Де Марусю вибирає, гопака, гопака. На подвірці танцюють на весі.
That was pretty easy. So we're going to count, when we're kicking, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to come together and stand up. So on 8, we're already standing up. And that'll be the end of our little mini dance piece for male Cossacks, Ukrainian Cossacks. Here we go. Another reminder, let's review what we did. We did Padebask, which is, we learned it as Tinok. So it's this one. Okay? Then we learned Presitke. Raz, dva, raz, dva. Okay? Then we learned Rostяжка. Raz, и два, raz, и два. And then we learned Povzunke with both hands planted. And there are obviously more advanced variations where you can do one hand, you can do clapping, or you can do no hands. Just the legs kicking. Povzunke. Okay, we're going to try to wrap all this up. Hopefully it won't be too out of breath, because you know, with the pandemic, we've all been eating a little bit too much and not exercising enough, so it's a little bit more difficult. Usually I'm really in shape and I can do this really quick and for a really long time, but not this time around. It's been a little harder these days. So let me catch my breath. We'll get the music going and we'll do those 4 combinations together. And of course, because this is online, because this is virtual, feel free to rewind and rewatch this and do it with me. Ready?
Heha, ucha Kasiu, wybierajte wynimoczok. Heha, nie barecia, bo muzykę hraje tam. Heha, od Wasylku występuje. Heha, ten Marusiu wybieraje chłopaka. Na podwórci tańcują na weseli chłopaka. Na podwórci tańcują rusaka. 5, 6, 7.
Great job. Even though I didn't see you, I trust you did a fabulous job. Feel free to rewind this, rewatch it, relearn it, and keep an eye out for Kalyna Performing Arts Company. We've got a lot of exciting stuff coming up this fall and this winter. We've been working through the pandemic. Keep dancing. Slava Ukraini. Heroyam Slava.
In 2005, 6 musicians from Winnipeg who loved equally Ukrainian folk music and all things metal came together to create a unique sonic tableau. Trumpet, accordion, and violin led the songs while guitars and booming drums propelled the music forward, oftentimes at breakneck speed. With a variety of lineup changes over the years, Zrada has continued to incorporate new styles such as jazz and Afrobeat in their repertoire. Zrada has become a mainstay in Winnipeg's diverse music scene and has also performed on a variety of Canadian and American stages. Please enjoy the recently studio-recorded song, Secret World.
Сестро, коня мого вирушаю в чуже село, там є вічний спокій, там є тиха ніч, плачу в мріях, забавляюсь, з дітком вип'ю вино, заспіваю, а соромно та радісно. Не плач мені, сестро, тут буде мені дім, будуть танці. молюся, ані прохаю, бо я грішник і вічно таким буду. Чи не чуєш, сестро, чуєш цю темну ніч? Я зникаю.
Bandura Ensemble is a 20-member Bandura and vocal group driven by their passion for the Bandura and the Ukrainian musical tradition, maintaining important cultural motifs while expanding the instrument's horizons. The WBE is composed of women from 7 cities in North America, including Toronto, New York, and Chicago, and is under the direction of 2 talented co-conductors, Oksana Rodak from Chicago and Oksana Zelinska from Toronto. Please note that the following video is copyrighted and unauthorized recording is not allowed. Established in Edmonton, Alberta in 1959, the Ukrainian Shumka Dancers is Canada's only professional Ukrainian dance company. Shumka presents dance theater touring productions as well as intimate concert repertoire across the country and around the world. Seen by millions on international television broadcasts, the company has presented command performances for queens, prime ministers, and presidents, and have performed alongside the likes of Andrea Bocelli, Julie Andrews, and Ukrainian artists including Ruslana. Along with Alberta Ballet and Edmonton Opera, Shumka is honored to be a resident company of the Northern Alberta Jubilee Auditorium. Please enjoy the Shumka video recorded during the quarantine of the COVID pandemic. The Toronto-based band Zirka has entertained audiences around the world for over 3 decades. They've recently traveled to Ukraine and Australia. They perform at various festivals throughout Canada. Zirka brings their party-like atmosphere and special energy to all their performances. Zirka band members are Morris Hukal, accordion and lead vocals, John Hukal, trumpet, trembita and vocals, Catherine Hukal, poitras, saxophone and vocals, Karen Anyol, violin and vocals, and Bill Havrischuk, drums. Please enjoy a recent recording of the Zirka band.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and... Саду найгиб, там музика грала, а ти хлопця молодого собі сподобала. Діяничка, ні паличка, я ніяк не сходжу, а за того Миколичка йду не перескочу. Діяничка, ні паличка, я ніяк не сходжу. А за того Миколичка йду не перескочу.
плати ту козу рідну, брови підмалюю, і там свого Миколичка собі причарую. Я нічка, ні паличка, я ніяк не схочу, а за того Миколичка йду на перескочу. Ні я нічка, ні паличка, я ніяк не схочу, а за того Миколичка йду на перескочу. Музико, заграй, станемо до кола, що на мене задивився чарівний Микола. Ні Анічка, ні паличка, я ніяк не схочу, а за того Миколичка йду на перескочу. Ні Анічка, ні паличка, я ніяк не схочу, а за того Миколичка йду на перескочу.
Ukraine-born Nastasia Y is a world pop musician from Canada, highly immersed in Toronto's versatile, multicultural music scene. With degrees in contemporary jazz and classical music, Nastasia is the front woman of Dovira, a fusion group that blends contemporary experimental sounds with traditional Eastern European music. Nastasia also performs with the multilingual all-female folk band Blisk, her Arabic meets Balkan duo with Ahmed Moneka, and her weddings and events company Stereo Flavor. Nastasia is currently recording her next album, Slavic Soul, which will combine the music she grew up on in Ukraine with the contemporary music she discovered and fell in love with in Canada. Please enjoy Nastasia Y and Dovira performing Salgir Boyu, a piece based on a Crimean Tatar folk song at Drum Taberna on May 9th, 2019. Here we go. For 50 years, Barvinok has been providing traditional Ukrainian dance instruction in the hall of the Dormition of the Mother of God Church, St. Mary's in Mississauga. Today, Barvinok provides instruction to almost 450 students of different ages. Over the past 20 years, Barvinok has organized many trips within Canada as well as the US, Ukraine, and Europe. On May 17th of 2019, Barvinok hosted its 50th annual concert at the Living Arts Center. Please enjoy their Hopak dance recorded at this event.